Well, I'm ready to give up. How about you? So, remember about 3 weeks ago I said, give me 2 weeks and we'll see where I'm at. I got this. I got rid of the push button start and this whole race switch setup. I couldn't do it, guys. It's tacky. I just couldn't do it. So I did wire this in. That was like actual column start. That's the only thing that I really made any headway on. I had to make my own wiring here. I think I figured that out. That was pretty simple. That was like just to trace the wires back to what they go to. It was fairly simple. And then I got to the light switch. The light switch in this truck was missing. It was broken or something, and it was completely removed. So I had to get, this is the Painless GM type headlight switch with dimmer, and trying to wire it in to the Painless wire. This is a Painless switch to the Painless kit. So some of it's clearly marked, some of it is a little mystery to me, but I'm kind of at the point where I'm ready to give up, man. I'm just having so much trouble with this. I'm frustrated beyond all frustrations, and I'm not a wire guy. So far, the only thing that I've successfully got to work is I can start it off the key. I ended up avoiding it because that's what I do. I'm a procrastinator, and I avoid confrontations. So that confrontation I just put off for a little bit, and I went to brake lines. I actually I built all new brake lines for it. A lot of them were spliced with like compression fittings and stuff, and I don't do that. I cannot see going down the road with a compression fitting splicing something together. I can't do it. So all four corners got new brake lines. The rear got new drums, and I put new rear parking brakes. This is the front part of the parking brakes. If you don't know, Rangers have two wires that like this that come from each wheel, then they meet, and then this one carries on to the pedal up front. So I got this. Still got to do yet, so instead of wiring, I'll probably put this in. This is my choke. I don't actually know what this was, a throttle cable or something, but we're gonna use this cable, and we're gonna run a choke into the truck with it if it's long enough. So my brain is fried. I did get tags and the truck insured and everything's all done. Did get that done. I actually took this down the road, and it runs and drives better than what I deserve. For traction, because I drove it on a day like today, and it was not very good. I couldn't get traction for nothing. That's a 7.5 rear end. I don't know what the gearing is that's in the truck currently, but it's an open differential. I picked up a 8.8 rear end off a Ranger that has, these are 10-inch brakes, and I'll have to redo all these. I don't mind doing drum brakes. Actually, I'm pretty good at them. But all the parking brakes should be matched right up to it. So honestly, the only thing I'm going to do is clean this up, new hardware in there, and it's a 373 gear, 8.8, and it's limited slip. So as long as the clutches are good, I might change fluid. I'm guessing the fluid's probably empty if it's not leaking out right now. So I don't know. Somebody's been in there recently, actually. Now look, there's that's not OEM. See that orange? That's not OEM. So somebody's been in there. So maybe it's been, oh yeah, look at there. There's a new whatever that was. Was that an ABS module? Yeah, it's a new ABS module on there. Well, maybe somebody's been in here. Who knows? Maybe I got lucky. Yeah, it normally would have been. If it had, that's the vent. If it had fluid in it, it should have been leaking right then, I thought. Maybe I'm crazy. So anyway, I got that as an upgrade. That's gonna go in it. Eventually. Let's get it on the road, guys. Let's not get all crazy with upgrades. You know? Don't get it right, just get it running. So far, I got it running. We just need to finish up the wiring. I think I'm gonna skip all the spaghetti mess in the cab today, and I'm going to run all of the headlights and the turn signal. And does this one have? No, it doesn't. Oh yeah, it has these. So I'm going to go ahead and, oh, you can't see it, sorry. Boom, this guy, and that guy. So we're gonna skip on and probably wire those up. I can at least figure those out, you know? And then move back inside for controls. So what happened was, me being a big dum-dum, I wired up this thing, and I wired up the bezel, and I thought when I pulled the switch, the bezel would light up, illuminate, right? Because, you know, that's what happens. Well, I pulled the switch, and I had the battery plugged in. You're not supposed to use the battery. You're supposed to use the charger, which I had sitting right there, but me being a dum-dum used off the battery. And what happens is, when you use a battery, it's got a bunch of amps, right? And the amps start pumping, and the little baby wires that you got plugged in wrong, they just fry. So I started smelling something. Just stupid, man. Big mistake. I'm an idiot. So I'm gonna just ignore this. I'm gonna move on to things that I know, keep the project moving, and, you know, I'll give you guys my best suggestions as I go. What can I say? This is all new to me. I'm not a wiring. I can't even call. You know, everybody has somebody they can call. I have nobody to call. I can't just be like, hey man, can you come over and help me with this? I don't know what I'm doing. Nope. I got nobody. So we're figuring out as we go, best we can. It's my limited skills, and I've been going through diagrams. Man, look at all these diagrams over here. I got the original diagrams. I got the Painless stuff, and it still ain't making heads or tails. And the reason is, guys, I'm not stupid, honestly. It's because everything was cut out, and this is how I got it. So I can't reuse this, right? This was cut out along with all the wiring. And this is what I get. I'm lucky that I've got the plugs even. So, like, this is what I get to work with. I have a box that has this in it. And then I have no idea what these went to because all the wiring after this is missing. So I get a plug and some wires and then everything after. So I can't trace it. I don't know what it went to. So it's a matter of, like, using my ohm meter and finding continuity to things as I go through the multifunction switches. And I know some people are like, oh, well, that's no big deal. You just, use the ohm meter, and when it goes off, then that's it. Well, I'm not good at that. So I don't even know the process. So if you don't know the process of something, you can't just repeat it over and over again. It's like every once in a while I fumble onto, oh, this one works. And then, like, oh, this one works. And then you kind of go by deduction. Well, if you can only make it so far on deductions before you have to start being smart about things. And I'm at that point where I've made my deductions and I've gotten this far, and I really need to start taking my time and going through diagrams and actually understanding what these diagrams mean. And I know somebody looks at these things and they're like, that's simple. That's a black and pink braided wire that's hot because you know this, because this, and that's a switched, and that's a resistor, and yeah, I don't know. I can't figure this stuff out, man. I keep saying can't. I shouldn't say it. I can figure it out. It was just going to take me longer, especially because I'm self-taught. So being self-taught can only take you so far before you need to have somebody that has some experience and, tap you on the shoulder and be like, hey, bud, this will make it a whole lot easier if you just do this. And be like, oh, man, light bulb. So I keep saying I don't even like that. I don't like this video now. You know what? We're going to leave it. This is just what's going on in my brain. So we're just going to keep plugging away at the things that I know and understand, and then we'll move into this eventually when I calm down. Because right now I'm just at a point where I just want to pitch it in and be like, I want to pay somebody. Man, you can't pay somebody. That's going to be $1,000. Or I just want to say, screw it. I'm done with this thing, So that's where I'm at. I knew this was going to happen eventually, and just letting you guys in, and peek a little peek under the skirt. You can see what's going on in my brain. So, mechanics, great. This wiring is not my thing, and I knew this was going to happen. So, I don't like this video, but you know what? You're going to see what's going on. That's what's happening in my garage. That's what happens in everybody's garage. Eventually, if you have a project, you get to this point and you're frustrated and you want to quit. So, there you go. There it is. I want to quit, but I'm just going to keep going. So, hats off to you guys that know what you're doing, and I'd love to hear from you if you can help me out. All right, that's it. I'm wrapping up. See ya.